Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're here to unpack the latest research, bring you the most fascinating insights. Today, let's just take a quick step back. Think 1816.
Right.
That's when the traditional stethoscope was invented. René Laennec.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems so simple, right?
Perceptively simple, yeah.
But incredibly powerful. It's been a cornerstone in medicine for, what, over 2 centuries now.
Absolutely fundamental.
You picture it, don't you? The doctor listening intently. Those subtle sounds inside your body. It's iconic.
It really is a testament to just, well, careful listening and ingenuity.
But, technology, it doesn't stand still.
Not at all, especially now with AI.
Exactly. Artificial intelligence is moving so fast, and while even these really established, almost low-tech tools, they're getting a serious upgrade. So when we talk about taking that simple act of listening and boosting it with AI, what's the first thing that jumps out to you as, well, truly remarkable?
I think it's the speed, honestly. How quickly AI is going from just theory, from academic papers, into real practical tools. Things that are actually being used in clinics and directly changing patient outcomes.
So it's not just hypothetical anymore.
No, not at all. We're seeing real breakthroughs like the one highlighted in this major UK study. It really sets the stage for a huge shift in diagnostics.
And that's exactly what we want to dive into today. We were looking at this really interesting article from the Times of India detailing this specific breakthrough. So our mission really is to explore how this new AI stethoscope can spot major heart conditions in just, well, seconds.
15 seconds. Reporting
15 seconds. And what that actually means for healthcare systems, for the doctors using it, and maybe most importantly for you, the patient. Okay, so let's get into the specifics. What is this AI-powered stethoscope? How does it actually work? The Times of India piece mentions it's surprisingly small.
Yeah, about the size of a deck of cards. Not some big clunky machine.
Right. Manufactured by EcoHealth, a Californian company. But the R&D, the science behind it, that comes from researchers in London.
That's right, Imperial College London and the associated NHS Trust. It's a great mix of, academic rigor and getting it out there commercially.
And its design seems key. It's not just listening like the old ones.
No, it's doing two things at once when you place it on the chest. It captures an electrocardiogram and ECG.
The heart's electrical signals.
Exactly. And at the same time, there's a microphone recording the actual sounds, the blood flow, the valve sounds.
Ah, so it's combining the electrical and the physical sound data.
Precisely. And that combined data is where the magic, or rather the AI, comes in.
Because the human ear alone can only pick up so much, even a trained one.
Right. There are limits. So this device gathers that richer data, the ECG, plus the sounds, and sends it off securely.
To the cloud.
Yep. To a cloud platform. And there, you have these sophisticated AI algorithms running. They analyze the patterns in that combined data, comparing them against this huge, constantly learning database of known heart conditions.
And then it sends the result back.
Almost instantly.
Yeah.
Back to a smartphone or a tablet, basically saying, hey, this pattern looks like it could be condition X, Y, or Z, flagging the risk.
And that whole process you mentioned.
Just 15 seconds.
Yeah.
From placing it on the chest to getting that initial analysis back. It's pretty astonishing.
Wow. And this is where the AI really adds value over just listening.
Absolutely. A traditional stethoscope relies so much on the doctor's individual experience, their skill honed over years, to hear those subtle murmurs or abnormal rhythms. This AI can pick up on tiny variations in the heartbeat and the blood flow sounds, things that might be completely missed by the human ear.
So it's not replacing the doctor's judgment.
Not at all. It's augmenting their senses, giving them incredibly detailed, fast, data-driven information right there, right then, at the point of care.
Okay, that speed is impressive. So what conditions are we actually talking about here? What can it detect so fast?
The source highlights three main ones. Heart failure, which is a major issue.
Right.
Heart valve disease, problems with the heart's valves not working properly, and abnormal heart rhythms. The article specifically calls out atrial fibrillation, or AFib.
AFib, yeah. I know that one significantly increases stroke risk.
Hugely. It's a common irregular rhythm. So being able to spot these early, it's critical.
Because then people can get onto the right treatments, the right medicines.
Exactly. Before things get really bad, which often happens, especially with heart failure, if it's not caught early.
Okay, but the big question then is, how accurate is this 15-second AI diagnosis? Can we trust it?
That's fair. And the source does give us some pretty compelling data from that big UK study you mentioned earlier.
Right, the one with around 12,000 patients.
Yeah, across 200 GP practices, so proper real-world settings, not just a lab. And they focus on patients coming in with those common, sometimes vague symptoms. like feeling breathless or unusually tired.
Symptoms that could be anything, really, making it tough for a GP sometimes.
Exactly. Difficult to diagnose initially.
And what did that study find? What were the results?
They were pretty striking, actually. Patients who were checked with this AI stethoscope, they were twice as likely to be diagnosed with heart failure compared to similar patients who just had the standard checkup.
Twice as likely. That's significant.
It really is, especially since heart failure often gets missed early on.
And what about the other conditions?
Even more dramatic for atrial fibrillation, patients were 3 times more likely to get an AFib diagnosis using the AI stethoscope.
Wow. 3 times. Given the stroke risk, that's huge.
And for heart valve disease, again, patients were twice as likely to be diagnosed.
So these aren't just small improvements. This is a substantial jump in diagnostic accuracy.
Definitely. If you connect this to the bigger picture, what these numbers really show is the potential to catch these serious conditions much, much earlier. Think about it. So often these conditions like heart failure or AFib, they're only picked up when someone is already really unwell.
Yeah, ending up in A&E, in the emergency room.
Precisely. At a crisis point. Early detection means you can intervene sooner, maybe prevent those severe complications, improve quality of life, potentially save lives.
It really shifts things from reactive crisis management to, well, proactive care.
That's the goal, a proactive early intervention model.
And it sounds like the doctors involved see it that way too. The article quotes Dr. Patrick Bectiger from Imperial.
Yes, he described it as incredible, that a quick 15-second exam with this smart stethoscope plus the AI analysis can quickly tell you if someone might have heart failure, AFib, or valve disease.
You can kind of feel the excitement there, can't you? Having a tool like that.
Definitely. And another researcher, Dr. Mihir Kelshiker, also from Imperial, he really emphasized the patient impact. He pointed out that critical fact. Most people with heart failure only get diagnosed when they land in A&E, seriously ill.
Which is exactly what we want to avoid.
Right. And he says this trial shows these AI devices could change that, giving GPs a quick, simple way to spot problems much earlier.
So patients get the right treatment sooner.
Exactly. It empowers the GPs, the primary care doctors, right on the front line, allows them to make these crucial diagnoses earlier.
Which you have to imagine could ease the burden on hospitals and emergency services too.
Immense potential there. Preventing those costly hospital admissions by catching things early could have a big impact on healthcare budgets overall.
And this wasn't just some small internal presentation, was it? The findings were shared widely.
No, they presented this at the European Society of Cardiology Annual Congress in Madrid. That's the biggest heart conference in the world.
Thousands of doctors hearing about this.
Yeah, so it's getting significant attention from the medical community. It signals this is being taken very seriously as a major advancement, not just a novelty gadget.
Okay, so we've got the tech, the impressive trial results. What does this really mean for the future of, just say, a routine visit to your GP? If doctors can spot these conditions much earlier, how does that change things down the line for patients? Fewer specialist referrals, maybe? Or just faster treatment?
It could well mean both, actually. It shifts some of the diagnostic weight from the specialists in hospitals back to primary care. GPs might feel more confident initiating some treatments themselves, armed with this clearer AI-backed data.
Right.
And they can likely make more targeted referrals, sending only the more complex cases to cardiologists. It streamlines the whole process.
Can you give an example? Like, how would it work for someone?
Sure. Imagine, let's say, Mrs. Jones. She's been feeling a bit more breathless, maybe some fatigue, but just puts it down to age.
Happens all the time.
Exactly. In the past, she might wait until she's really struggling before seeking help, maybe ending up in A&E. Now, maybe at her next routine checkup, her GP does this quick 15-second scan. The AI flags potential issue, say, early heart failure.
Okay.
The GP can then initiate further tests or even start basic medication potentially weeks, maybe months, earlier than they would have otherwise.
That feels like a huge difference, preventing that crisis point.
It's a total game changer for managing chronic conditions and how resources are used. Less reactive, more proactive.
So just to recap for everyone listening, this AI-powered stethoscope coming out of research from Imperial College London, manufactured by EcoHealth, it's a big deal.
Hmm.
It's detecting major heart issues,
Right.
heart failure, valve problems, and that stroke-linked rhythm AFib incredibly quickly.
In just 15 seconds.
And that large UK study showed it's significantly more accurate than traditional methods. We're talking 2 to 3 times more likely to get a diagnosis.
Which is vital.
Absolutely. It really points towards catching things much, much earlier. Moving away from diagnosing people only when they're already seriously ill in an emergency room.
Yeah, that shift towards early proactive care is the core message, I think.
It really offers a path to potentially avoiding a lot of suffering and improving health long term.
And thinking bigger picture. This isn't just a fancy new stethoscope, is it?
No, seems like more than that.
It feels like a fundamental change in how we can approach preventive medicine, how we do early intervention. Your local GP having this simple, fast, but super powerful screening tool.
Right there in the office.
Yeah, it really highlights how AI can genuinely augment, enhance a doctor's own skills and senses, which then leads to, well, an interesting question, doesn't it?
You want.
If AI can boost a doctor's hearing this effectively for heart conditions, what else could it do? What other human senses or observations could AI enhance for primary care screening?
Interesting. Like what?
Well, could we see AI helping analyze skin lesions visually, maybe spotting melanoma far earlier during a routine check?
AI pattern recognition for visual things.
Or what about analyzing subtle changes in someone's voice? Could that help detect early signs of neurological conditions?
Voice analysis. Wow.
Start thinking, what other serious health issues could we potentially catch way before they become critical, just by applying AI cleverly to routine observations?
It really does open up possibilities, doesn't it? You imagine a future where your standard checkup includes several quick AI-driven scans, checking various systems in your body non-invasively, finding potential problems when they're small and manageable.
Exactly, preempting serious illness.
It paints a picture of a future where staying healthy, or at least managing health proactively, could become much more predictable, maybe less daunting. The potential for AI tools across all of medicine. It's quite profound to think about.